So yesterday I made a comeback video by uploading an unboxing of the new Astral Spriggan DB customized set and doing some test battles with Astral Spriggan on Dynamite Belial with the 3 gears and all that jazz. And today I'm going to do the same thing but with the new Guilty Longinus. This is actually the latest DB bay currently. Got Louis on the top, looking pretty cool. The metal dragons, looking pretty darn sick. But yeah, of course that's Longinus' main gimmick. So there's Longinus, there's Guilty, there's 2. Got Karma as the disc and the Metal Destroy for the driver. And it also comes with the L gear for Dynamite Belial. That is the final gear we need to evolve it. And then after that, we'll just get the Dangerous Belial evolution, which thankfully also is compatible with all the gears. So I would hope you're going to enjoy this pretty awesome unboxing. Before we get into Guilty Longinus, we need to cover the L gear. So design-wise, the L gear is basically an armor piece designed for the Dynamite Blade, specifically that or the Devil Blade or even the Dangerous Blade, which comes with Belial's evolution, Dangerous Belial. Because he has 3 dragon heads, which is a pretty nice design. Definitely tells you that, you know, it's a gear inspired by Longinus. And the way this gear works is that it's only compatible with the Dynamite, Devil Blade, and I'm going to assume even with the Dangerous Blade in their high modes. So the way you got to assemble is like this. So essentially, the metal parts, the major metal parts, the metal dragons need to align with like the rubber blades from the F gear. And then you just assemble Belial like normal. Lock it in. Boom. So this is the completed Dynamite Belial layer. And then once we add the S gear from on the Nexus disc and the Adventure plus V gear driver. There we go. We now have perfect Belial. Or at least that's what everyone seemingly has dubbed it. So the V gear from Valkyrie, S gear from Spriggan, F gear from Fafnir, and L gear from Longinus. Not completely sure how good this is, but can't wait to test this out. Moving on to Guilty Longinus, I'm actually going to start off with the driver, Metal Destroy, since this is clearly the least interesting and oldest part. So it just has a metal cap in it. Like I said, not the biggest fan of metal drivers since they can damage the base teeth, including this Longinus. Reinforced spring as well. And Destroy overall is a pretty good driver. Has a free spinning plate around it, which can give the combination pretty nice LED and knockout resistance. And the overall star-shaped tip does give it good attack power because of the high aggression it has. Although I'm not a fan that they decided to just go with Destroy again, because I mean, I'm sorry, I just feel like they could have just used a different driver. I would have accepted a Jolt Metal more, to be honest with you, because Destroy came on Rage. Now the disc is really cool. This is Karma. And as you can see, Karma has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blades. It's basically just an upgraded version of 9. The gimmick is essentially that the blades are meant to create a strong downforce when the combination is spinning. Well, for a less spin combination specifically, which for something like Longinus would increase its mobility, and just give it far greater attack power. You can also see that some blades are higher up while some blades are lower down, which is pretty neat. But yeah, overall it's a pretty pretty badass looking disc, I would say. Hopefully this is really good competitively for attack type combinations. Longinus does come with the 2 armor, which focuses most of the metal on these 2 points, which increases attack power. Personally, I think we're going to use the blue 2 armor from the Cyclone Belial that came with the DB customized set, which had Astral Spriggan in it, because I just think that would look aesthetically more pleasing. Here's the blade, and that is Guilty. So in terms of design, there are elements from Rage Longinus, like these wings on the top or bottom here. Of course, it has the metal dragons, a total of 4, similar to that to Bloody Longinus, so that's a pretty nice callback. Once again, this does specialize in crazy upper attack, as you can see here. This huge slope, boom. The metal is focused inside the dragons, like the actual heads of the dragons right here, and this point where the eyes are, those are just plastic. But other than that, the dragons are almost completely made of metal. There are also 2 dragons at the bottom, but most of it is plastic with the exception of this point right here. This little lance, the snout of the dragon right here. And then you can see the rivet that's holding the metal that's on the top of the bay. So, technically, this has a total of 6 dragons, which is a pretty high amount. And we got the Longinus core, which also has metal dragons in it as well. The metal's mainly focused in the center. So Longinus technically has, well, not technically, it does have 8 dragons. Well, if you want to be more technical, it only has like 6 metal dragons, obviously. But if you want to count the amount of dragons it has in total, it is 8. Which is pretty crazy. Like, that's just insane how the dragons kept increasing for Longinus. And even then, this Longinus does have the most amount of metal dragons in general, but that being 6, of course. Got this nice blue ring at the edge. Once again, look at that shiny metal and those nice yellowish golden stickers for the horns. Although, I'm going to be honest, those stickers are really irritating to put on. I don't know why TT decided to make it like that. And the teeth are basically like the, let me make this more steady. The teeth essentially just look like the ones from the 3A chassis on Rage, or is Y Longinus, which is good. Rage. Here is Guilty Longinus in high mode with the blue 2 armor. Definitely sticking with it. Looks pretty darn nice in my opinion. And here is a fully assembled Guilty Longinus with the blue 2 armor and low mode. Also, geez, even though I'm not a fan of the concept of metal drivers, they do quite add a lot of burst resistance. Alright, test battle time. though Guilty Longinus did seem to somewhat struggle in some of those test battles, I just think it came down to bad luck, because honestly, the attack powers for this thing is insane. Hope y'all enjoyed this unboxing. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you next time for more BeybladeBurst unboxings.